Hey guys, Allison here. I am excited to be starting my series on life-changing books. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Disclaimer, totally subjective. These are life-changing books that were changing my life. And I want to share them with you because I got so much out of them. And the first one's going to surprise you. I know you're going to be thinking and have Imitation of Christ and all those great classics. But there are certain things that have changed my life that have made a big difference. And the first one is actually a secular book. It's called, and probably going to be a mirror image when I hold it up, The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Nice Catholic guy, right? Okay. I read this book when I was 22 years old, and it literally changed my life. Now, I just want to back up a little bit. My friend, when I was 14 or 15, her mother was reading a self-help book. I didn't even know self-help books were out there. And it was called How to Be Your Own Best Friend. So I got a copy and I read it. I've gone back to it recently, kind of light, but when you're 14 or 15, it was impactful for me that you can read books that can help you to be better. I was amazed by that because, I was an English major, it was all literature and stuff like that. But there's some great stuff out there. Now, caveat, we don't want to go into the whole New Age thing, and this might sound like a scary title to a lot of Catholics. Nothing New Age about it. This book enabled me to change a mindset that I grew up with, which was kind of negative and very, very limiting. All right, I remember that cartoon Ziggy. Everything went wrong for him. He was like this likable schlemiel, and he had this negative attitude, and he looked so cute, and I thought it was really cute. Now I don't like it so much because I realize that that's one of those things that kind of holds you back, keeps you down. I think that we all can benefit from reading a book like The Magic of Thinking Big, and I'm going to put a link under this video for you if you're interested in it. What I loved about it is it's about changing our mindset. Now, on the cover of the book, I'm going to give you a little caveat. It says, acquire the secrets of success, achieve everything you've always wanted, personal property, financial security, power and influence, the ideal job, satisfying relationships, a rewardable and enjoyable life. All right, I'm not going to talk to you about prosperity, all right? Yeah, you can accomplish those things, but those are not the important things in life. But I can tell you, had I not read this book, I would not have done pro-life work in the 80s. I would have not have gone to the schools and colleges the way I did. I must have done 300 presentations. I would not have started CatholicTherapist.com, all right, which I started 22 years ago. I can definitely tell you this book made such an impact for me because it changed my thinking of, instead of the limiting beliefs, I thought big. What's really possible? Now, when we talk about positive thinking, I know a lot of people get a little scared because we talk about the power of positive thinking as if our mind is actually activating stuff in the universe. I know that's kind of like a New Age idea. But there was nobody who had a more positive attitude than our Lord Jesus, right? If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, be picked up and thrown into the sea, and it would obey you. Wow, is that positive thinking? So what I want to say is that when we are thinking positively, it's rooted in our faith in the goodness of God and in the potential that He's given us. Not totally unlimited potential because we're human. We don't have unlimited potential. But man, we are so living under what our potential is. Now, again, I like to ground this in faith that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ, but I can't if I have a negative mindset. So if I say to myself, oh, that can't be done, what happens? My mind automatically starts manufacturing the reasons, or maybe excuses, of why it can't be done. But if I say, how can I do that? Now my mind goes to work for me on how can I do that? What are the possibilities? Maybe you sit down with a notepad and you start writing out, brainstorming, maybe talking to somebody else and brainstorming it out. Do you see how that works? If I don't believe I can be healed, let's say from a past hurt or trauma, I'm not going to find healing, all right? But if I say, you know what, I'm going to keep pursuing this. I mean, I've seen clients that have worked so hard on their therapy because they believed that God had something better for them. And they may have had a lot of struggles and it may have taken some time, maybe in some cases a long time, but they believed that God has something better and He wants us to be free. And He does. And I think it's so important. So, as much as this is a secular book, sorry, losing my voice here. As much as this is a secular book, I can't recommend it more highly. We need to start everything with our mindset. All right, how we think is how we're going to be. All right, as a man speaketh, he is. All right, there's another expression, you confess it, you possess it. So if I say, hey, I'm never going to amount to anything, well, I'm probably never going to amount to anything. But if I say, you know what, I know there's something more. I know I want to think bigger, right? We want to, as Christians, and more than anything right now, we need to start impacting the culture in which we're living. We need to offer hope. We need to be examples of success. And I'm not necessarily talking just about material success, but how about a successful marriage? How about successful relationships with our children? How about successful entrepreneurial ventures, which I think is so critical today, to think that way, to have that freedom to be able to create and to build something, right? God needs us in the world right now, and we need to change our mindset. And there is magic in thinking big, rooted in faith. So don't let the material success focus on the cover fool you, because this is a gem. There's some great stuff in here. Now, if you've read something similar, maybe you've read the book and you want to make some comments, or maybe there are some books that you've read that have had a great impact. Leave them in the comments so that other people can benefit. But say what you liked about the book, what you found helpful about it, not just the name of the book, so that we can start to really help each other. I think I'm going to probably release these videos on life-changing books once a month. So you have some time to meet if you choose that you want to read them. So you have time. I don't want to just pile them all up on you. But I think that if we can start thinking big, if we can think more positively, we can make a huge impact in the world. So again, read it when I was 22 years old, read it many times since, and I'm due for a reread. But I love this book, The Magic of Thinking Big. All right? God is unlimited. We need to think bigger. So I hope you find that helpful. Again, in your comments, let me know if you read the book, if you like it. If you have another suggestion, all right? We want to build a new culture, and we want to be positive, and you want to become the best version of who you are. And first, you got to believe that you can do it. First, you got to watch your language and your mindset so you can move in that positive direction. Stop dragging yourself down thinking negatively. If you need help with that, this is where a coach can be really helpful in helping you to look at your mindset and maybe adjust it a little bit. So I hope you find that helpful. God bless you. Make sure you like and share the video. God bless you.